Yeah, welcome to episode 227 of Open Your Toys Cast, the podcast dedicated to the four greatest action figure franchises of the 80s and all time, and those are, Cliff.
Those are Masters of the Universe, Transformers, Star Wars. Oh shit! Oh, G.I. Joe.
I was going to say, we were just talking about it. We will hopefully have Rockby joining us. We're starting so late because we have some technical difficulties. So hopefully he should be with us soon. Looks like we got Paul Schreiber in the house, AAA in the house. AAA, do you be on the show? Maybe he just wants to be in the background. I mean, and Paul Schreiber and KJ Smith, you guys can be on the show too if you want. Just let us know, man. Looks like Roger had to work today, unfortunately, so he won't be joining us. And Lotus, the international man of mystery, may or may not join us, but he's usually prompt when he is joining us, so I don't think he'll be here. But hopefully Rock will come on. It is Rock's birthday, so happy birthday to Mr. Mastrangelo. And I think that's the saddest part. It's his birthday, and he wants to share it with us, and he's having technical difficulties. It sucks. Paul Schreiber says once his office is done, he'll join us, and his office looks amazing.
Oh my god,
dude, if his desk is like in front of his cases and those would be in the background, gorgeous.
Dude, all the right. Shadow boxes are what I've been wanting to do, a shadow box of Flint, because he's my favorite Joe, and I've always wanted to do a shadow box of like each Flint and how he evolved. And then I saw the pictures he posted. I'm like, fuck, I should do that.
How many versions of Flint are there? Do you know?
There's a ton. I would just do a Flint from each line. So like a Real American Hero Flint, like a Spy Troops Flint, Valor versus Venom Flint, like kind of as they, and then, a 25th, maybe the G.I. Joe, was it Resolute?
Oh,
when they gave him knee pads and shit and they look all badass.
Oh, I don't remember that one. But...
Oh, dude, he was in the gift pack, I think. The 7-pack?
That's probably why. I bought those and then they just got packed away without getting opened.
Hey, quick thing, talking about those BBTS G.I. Joe packs. Oh my god. I just happened to stumble across the Dreadnought one on eBay. It's like $649.
Dude, somebody was selling the sets on G.I. Joe Trading Post on Facebook, $375 each.
Wow.
For so those Cobra Island ones? The 7-packs. I have 2 cases of them.
No.
Somewhere in my shit. 2 case fresh, never opened of those Cobra Island packs.
And what's a case? Like 4?
8, I think.
So you have 16 7-packs.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I would take a day off from work and pull every single thing out of the garage. I'd hire a person to help me look for those if that was my situation.
Dude, the longer he waits, the more they're going to go up.
Well, and that's what's crazy. They're from the time when I was supposedly going to open my own toy store. So in that period, the 2008 to 2010, I have cases of stuff that Entertainment Earth sold, especially multi-packs, were super cheap. So yeah, I have a payday ahead of me, thankfully. But again, that's going to cover the cost for all the bullshit I've bought that I'm going to lose money on, right? So
yeah, those figures loose, like Road Pig's like $140, Xandar's like $125. Zanya, I think it's the only Zartan's daughter figure. That one's well over $100. It's crazy.
I never bought that set. I just went for the Marauders. I didn't love the Dreadnought set. I didn't think the Dreadnoughts were great.
See, and I don't have those. So the 2 I have are the Cobra Island one, which are a set of Joes and a set of Cobras.
Yeah, it's like a wetsuit is in there. Right?
Yeah, wetsuit, and then Dr. Mindbender and the Techno Viper. So
yeah, it's all army builds like Alley Viper, Strato Viper, Lamprey. I think it's the only way you get Lamprey.
Yeah.
Still, they're both good sets.
Hell yeah. All right. Oh, and then a bunch of those much less valuable, but still amazing. What is it, like the hazard climate sets, the sand
packs?
and the snows. Yeah. Like I have a case of each of those.
7. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Just a bunch of Vipers in like desert gear, and then a bunch of Vipers in like winter gear, right?
Yeah.
Those are cool.
All right. If you want to kick it with us, we want you to do it here every other Sunday, 4 p.m. Mountain. You figure out your time zone for 2.5 to 3 hours. It is quickly becoming my favorite part of every 2 weeks by far, as we kind of enter into kind of a new lockdown situation. Not lockdown, but it's been crazy with school and everything. It feels like lockdown. Feels like I'm around my family 24/7. And for that daily escape, you can be in our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/openyourtoys. If you want to just follow along when new shows are posted, you can hit like us at facebook.com/openyourtoys. Openyourtoyscast. If you want to see everything we're talking about, if you're not able to watch live with us, hit us up at openyourtoys.com. Top of the page, there'll be links to the show notes with everything we're talking about, including how to subscribe through Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, RSS, Stitcher Smart Radio. You can email us at team@openyourtoys.com. Leave us a voicemail at 720-235-TOYS. You can support our show by going to openyourtoys.com/Amazon or openyourtoys.com/eBay. And a huge thank you to people. I reached out, I asked people, please just let me get the account solidified and I won't bug you anymore. And 10 people placed orders. And then my application still got rejected. And I was like, oh, fuck that. So what Amazon does is when you submit your website, they go to your website and they'll just search for Amazon, and any pictures or anything that comes up on their website that they don't deem appropriate, they'll just reject your account.
That's my fault then. Picture of me on the website somewhere.
So this had happened once already because I took one of their graphics and I manipulated it. It was an animated graphic that had DVDs, books, blah, blah, blah. And one of them said toys and games. So I took a still frame of that graphic and that's what I put on there, was just the toys and games. So I got dinged 2 years ago about that and got rejected. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just use the regular graphic. It's an animated GIF cycling through all that. They rejected me again with that graphic, and I was like, oh, fucking hell no. I wrote back very nicely. I learned from summer school, if everybody remembers that movie, that you catch more bees with honey than with vinegar. So whenever you have a customer service issue, be fucking nice. Thank them for their time. Thank them for their consideration. Thank them for looking into things, all that kind of shit. So gave them shit, being very nice. Like, I got rejected once before because I modified this graphic. This is an official graphic that I put in its place, blah, blah, blah. And thankfully, they replied almost right back saying, oh, we've reviewed this and you're absolutely right. And your account is now solidified. So, yeah. So now just go buy things. Those 10 orders netted the podcast $3. Yeah. Our hosting costs about $60 a year. So, hey, we're 5% there. Not bad. All right.
Bit of a drop off because I haven't been buying on eBay, I guess.
No, eBay, there has been a drop off, but Rock, I think you have supported about 4 years worth of hosting charges for your eBay purchases. So thank you, sir. I appreciate that. As an unemployed person, that every little bit helps. So,
And here's the
all right.
$500 worth of toys I got in this week when I'm on
Yeah, begging for $3 in Amazon purchases, and I'm
And
like,
here's the
okay, and
27 pre-orders I made this week.
I got my pile of loot too. It's going to be quite a what we got.
Oh.
All right, where can people find you, Rock?
You can find me in the Facebook group, and you can now find me on the brand new eBay store, Rock's Vintage Toys and Collectibles, because eBay shut me down this week.
Holy shit, they shut down your personal account?
I could not. I have a personal account, but they would not let me edit any of my listings. I couldn't revise anything. I couldn't adjust the price. I couldn't send people submit an offer because I listed over $15,000 worth of items in 1 month. They were worried about fraud. Even though I've been on there since 1999, they're worried about me being...
Oh, no.
no.
It was going so good.
Did I lose you?
Yeah.
You froze there for a second. It cut off
okay.
right at...
So basically, I had to update to a store. Am I losing you again?
No, you updated to a store.
Oh, okay. So I had to update to a store. I mean, it's cost me $5 a month. And then I called them, and like Slick said, if you talk to somebody nice, they increased my monthly limits. I'm allowed to list up to $32,000 worth of items a month.
Jesus,
so
nice.
And the best part is, like, that $15,000 worth of stuff I had listed is like a dent. It's like just a dent in my collection that I'm looking to part with.
Well, yeah, I've been, like I say, I've been subscribed to you. Now I'll have to go subscribe to your store. I get. Well,
I think they're both
saw
linked
a new
together,
item from you yesterday.
Yeah, I finally listed something. I forgot what I put up. Like a
it was
tablecloth.
just.
Yeah, something we found in the closet. It was a shower curtain, a Death Star shower curtain.
Oh, that's what it was. Like I was like, I couldn't tell what it was. I saw Death Star something. But,
yeah. So I'm doing that now, and but yeah, I'd be basically, like I said, I'm going to try to whittle it down a little bit more. I haven't been selling because I've been only selling internationally. I don't know what's going on. If the maybe people here, the free money's dried up. I don't know what's going on, but my sales are definitely down, and I'm not even getting offers unless they're like crazy low ball offers that automatically get declined before I even see them. But yeah, I think the free money ride is gone.
Yeah, it trips me out because I basically put, for the most part, I put auto decline at like $10 less than I buy it now, right? And it trips me out when I go look at an offer and it's like, you've had 57 declines. I'm like, Jesus Christ, 57 people. And not lowballing, not that $10 less is lowballing, but I'm talking about on a $50 item. $10 is 20% off of my asking price, and there's still 50 people getting declined that are offering.
Well, like my Boba Fett's up for $3,600, the AFA graded one, and I look at the declines, it's like 610. Like, who? I mean, come on, really? Like 610 you offered? But yeah, other than that, but yeah, check it out. I'm constantly adding stuff. I'll be adding some more stuff probably next weekend. This weekend being my birthday and all, I kind of didn't really do too much with that. Just relaxed and watched an old horror cliff. I watched Dune. I watched Dune yesterday, and I watched the Elvira movie.
Oh, nice.
That's 4 hours of my day right there yesterday.
Well, that accounts for Dune.
Have you ever seen the Dune miniseries?
No.
It's really interesting. It is.
I think it's Sci-Fi Channel, right?
I think so. I was thinking early 90s, but now you're saying sci-fi. I'm thinking maybe early 2000s. Oh,
is it a prequel or like a redo?
No, it's Dune. It's they make a big deal of it. It's this director's version of Dune.
Gotcha.
So it's 3 hour-and-a-half long episodes. So 3 TV movie long episodes of this, and it just really goes into a deep dive. It is absolutely awful compared to the movie.
2000.
Oh,
2000. Okay, so yeah. But it was interesting. Next up, I'm on to, there's another mini series called The Children
of
Dune, and that's what I'm up to next, because if you didn't know, and maybe you did, and that's why you're watching it, is October, the new Dune comes out on HBO and movie theaters. So I'm excited. I have all the toys. I got them all on clearance, and I have them all waiting to open during the actual movie itself.
I bought my buddy the Rebecca Ferguson figure because he's in love with her. And who isn't? She's in the Mission Impossible movie. She's gorgeous. I love her. Thanks so much.
I have no idea who she is, but
You've never seen Mission Impossible 6 or like?
I'm sure I've seen all the Mission Impossibles, but I don't remember them.
She's Ilsa Faust. She's the badass chick he teams up with.
Can't remember.
Oh wow. She was in Dr. Sleep. Did you see Dr. Sleep?
Oh yes, I did.
She's the evil chick in the top hat.
Still can't remember.
Okay. But as we talked about before the show, no Elvira.
No Elvira.
All right, let's. I didn't even. Shit, I'm already going into this. Cliff, where can people find you? We're tangenting already.
I'm on Instagram as Associate of Horror, and I post in the group as Red Menace.
Nice. And again, as you can see,
I got a special drink for the show too. You didn't even ask.
We're not to. That's the whole thing. We're totally thrown. We're not even to what we're drinking yet. If you want to find me, it's facebook.com/openyourtoys. That's Slick McFavor on Instagram. Slick at openyourtoys.com, and then eBay. I'm like ebay.com/USR/Jason Spiller or something like that. But there's links if you want to see them. And here, I need to take us off. We're going to do what we have to drink. So, Cliff, we're just going to skip you because you're always boring like Lotus. Oh, where the fuck did Rock go?
That's what you get for skipping me.
Yeah, he's like, you don't want to hear what I'm drinking? Fuck you, then. All right. Oh, he's got a device not connected. He's joined. All right. We were joking that you were pissed that we didn't let you talk about what you were drinking.
Oh no! All of a sudden, I heard you say about Cliff's Instagram, and it said the website you're trying to reach has been something, and it kicked me off.
Oh,
my son, these goddamn video games, man. I'm gonna kick that door. I'm gonna kick that door down like the Kool-Aid Man, and gonna break through that wall.
Buy him a Super Nintendo, something that can't be hooked up to the internet. Just toss a Super Nintendo in there. Be like, here you go.
Oh, you're freezing, Rock. All right, I'm gonna do what I got here. Here, I need to start doing this here. There we go. Solo layout. Actually, I should see people's reaction to this, but I am drinking Busch Light Apple.
So is that like an apple, like a seltzer, or is it beer, apple flavored beer?
That's what I didn't know. And let me just double check here.
Oh my god!
It's a hard cider.
Okay.
It's not an apple flavored beer. It's a Busch Light hard cider. And it's good. Fucking $15
cider season, man.
$15 a 30 pack. So can't be that.
Oh my god.
All right, Rock. You're looking very. Your video's frozen, but we can hear you. All right, Rock. What special beverage? Oh, jeez. All right.
So I'm drinking water out of a big gulp.
Oh my fucking god! See, that's pretty special. At least. All right, show the audience. Let's put you on solo layout so people can see how big this fucking thing is. Good.
I think
Lord.
it's 64 ounces.
I was gonna say it's got to be at least 64 ounces, right?
Yeah, it's 64 ounces. I like my other one's great, but it's just couldn't hold.
I'd like to see the couple that fits in.
It just sits on my nightstand.
Yeah,
I ain't taking that anywhere.
Yeah, you literally got to strap that into your car.
In fact, that's why my mom gave it to me, because she has diabetes insipidus, so she always needs a liquid on her. Because so she actually gave it to me because she can't squeeze it in between her two front seats.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And Rock, we heard you, Rock. We heard you, homie.
Carol Ann, come towards the light.
All right, well, let's get started, and we'll bring on Rock's drink hopefully soon here. First up, con news. I don't have it in the show notes. It just showed up today. TF Con tickets are available if you're interested. I should say TF Con Toronto. So let's bring that shit up here. Oh, now my shit's all freezing up. I think. Oh yeah. All right. Let's click on this shit. So this is one I was really considering going to. Ooh, in December too. That's kind of interesting. I like the thought of going to cold weather places during the coldest weather.
Yeah, no, that's what I was like. Toronto, like in December, be like the fucking thing, dude. You'll be trapped.
So I've only been to Canada as much as the Glacier National Park. So just kind of like teasing it. It's kind of like when you say I've gone to Mexico and you've only been to Juarez or Tijuana, like, kind of, but those tickets are on sale now if anybody's interested. Toy news. Let's see, I just got a notification. Is it? Nope. All right. First up, Kingdom Slammer. So we touched on this when the original images leaked, but this is kind of dope. We're getting a little Voyager tank for our Metroplex here, and I think he looks good. I'm not a huge fan of the off-white and white. I don't think he was that way. You get a shot with him with six gun here, but maybe it was. It's been a long time since I had my G1 Slammer out, but
I don't know, man. Storm Shadow's off-white now, apparently, so maybe they're maybe they're just anti. Maybe it's harder to do white plastic. I don't know. Like,
that could be true. Like, you save 2 pennies on every, off-white mold versus the other one, but I'm excited for that. I've got that 6 gun. I love when they, especially with these Titan class, when they're releasing their little mini bots that were there in the original releases. Droids figures. Cliff, I gotta turn on my fan because I'm melting here. What are your thoughts about these Droids figures?
I think they look super cool. I opted not to go 3 3/4. I just pre-ordered the 6-inch Black Series Boba Fett. Just trying to get out of the vintage. I have so many already. And they're all mint on card still, and it's just, I don't know if I got to stop at some point.
And this was one of those things. They announced it, and then the drop was the next day, so I totally missed it. I got on at about 9:30, 9:45, and the Bobas were already sold out. I was able to get me a pair of the Droids.
Nice.
And then someone, and I'm not sure if he wants to be mentioned, but somebody's going to help me out with the Boba Fett's, which is super nice.
We posted on he posted on the page that he's going to help you, right?
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
I don't remember who it was. I'm not trying to call him out. I just remember somebody saying, I ordered 2 of each. I got you. And you were like, thanks.
Yeah. Because I even tried to order a second set of Droids, because if I had my druthers, I would have one of each of all of these on card and in package. Well, maybe not I don't necessarily need 2 of the Black Series Boba Fett's. I just want 1 to open. But I would like 1 of each on the card. And I tried to order another set of droids and they did the auto cancel thing. So I thought they're limit of 1. So the fact that he's able to help me out means that maybe he's employing his wife's account, or maybe has a couple Target accounts or something. So that is super generous, because these are probably going to skyrocket on that secondary market. But I'm loving them. I'll tell you what, if I were to ever like really want a vintage carded collection, it would be droids. You know, droids and Ewoks both. I love that shit back in the day, you know, and it's super hard to see them. You know, as a kid, I only remember seeing a few of them. Now I have them all in my media library and that kind of stuff. But
I remember seeing him as a kid and not liking the way that C-3PO was painted. And now at 40, I'm like, that is the coolest C-3PO they've ever made.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so strange how it works like that.
Let's see, catch up in the comments here. Brinkalizer saying G1 Slammer had a 2-tone, he thinks. AAA is getting that Slammer. And then AAA is saying, I wonder if they would re-release the Metroplex. He hopes not, because he's got the good SDCC version. Ew. Cass, welcome Cass, says he has a lot of vintage but passed on the droids.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just got so fucking many. In fact, in what we got, I got something vintage. Vintage collection, not true vintage.
Well, and what this really did, and this is, I think, really has the Star Wars community a buzz, is that this is the first coins. So this opens up Power of the Force for the vintage line, which I would never include in my loose vintage collection. I will want all 96, but in my carded, I want, what is it, 72 or 7? I only want original trilogy cards. So
79 then, because I think it's the final 17.
Oh,
is
okay.
Power of the Force.
Okay. So yeah, more power to them. I wouldn't collect them, you know, because even in my vintage collection, I only want those original 79, except for when they do one-offs like this. And same thing with the Clone Wars stuff. I'm all in on the Clone Wars, even though they never had vintage carded ones. So
I would love to see a retro collection Clone Wars line of like Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Retro collection. Like
that's another thing I have, is I have a first, not ones that would have the first edition stickers, but the first releases of the Clone Wars in a whole kicker. So I have 48 Clone Wars figures from those first 2 waves in like a little stand-up kicker thing that you have to put together. It all comes in a big, huge box like this, but that's another thing from the thing of, I'm going to open a toy store, and then I never did anything.
Damn, dude, you should open a toy store.
Exactly. Here, and this is what I need to do instead of just reading comments.
No, I couldn't find anything.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Me neither, because that's what I was looking for. Oh, here we go. We got Rock. All right, we trying something else, Rock? Are we on your phone?
Yeah, I'm downstairs by the router. If this doesn't work, it might be very echoey down here, though.
No, you look great. You look great. We are so happy to see you, brother.
Sorry about that.
He's huddled under a
that's
blanket
hey.
next to the router.
No worries. So, do you have your fancy drink down there? Can you give us an introduction?
Yes, I do.
Fancy drink?
It's a Jack Daniel's Down Home Punch Country Cocktail. It was
Holy
23
shit,
and a
they have
half
those in
ounces for
cans.
$3. I've never seen this before. I went to go
nice.
get some cold cuts and pick this thing up. Can't
I
really
used
tell
to
you what
drink
it
the
tastes
glass
like.
bottles of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they used to do them in little 8-ounce like Jack Daniels
dainty
looking
bottles. Yeah.
Yeah, little 4-packs.
Down Home Punch is good.
Really?
Yeah.
My internet
when
still
I-
sucks. You gotta be kidding me. It's
You
not
just
meant to
got
be
two-
tonight, guys.
No worries. You're doing good. You're a little stuttery, but we can hear you. We want to put up with you. We want you on here.
Hold on. I don't know what it is. It's not. Maybe it's not us. Oh shit! Wrong one.
Cass, it looks like it's that book packaging, like the rabbit came
Yeah,
in.
like the comic ones. That's what I was thinking. So it has a Velcro clasp. Oh, I don't know if Rock wanted me to remove them. It looks like it has a Velcro clasp that opens up to a window packaging on the inside, at least.
Which is cool. That's what my whatever the rabbit's Jackson. That's
Yeah.
what my Jackson is like.
Rock, you're muted if you're trying to talk. Just a FYI.
No, he's muted so he can beat the crap out of his sons. So that he gets off the internet.
Get off the internet. It's the Sunday afternoon, right? Every bored housewife, every husband's on there checking scores and all that kind of shit. So even my internet sucks and no one's home. I'm actually by myself today.
Oh.
So nobody's streaming anything in this house, and my internet still sucks here.
I have had nothing but great internet. I work from home, and I've been working from home since March of 2000, and I've only had one internet issue since March of 2000.
That's beautiful.
Knock on wood, man, because
Yeah.
like that is.
All right, Beast Wars Scorponok reissue. So this was kind of a surprise, kind of out of nowhere.
Share your screen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, not just that. Let's do that. A video reviewer, Prime versus Prime, it looks like, released a YouTube review of this guy. And I don't know the vintage ones, if you want to call them vintage. I guess they're 20 years old, so they can, quote, be called vintage. But I don't know what the vintage one looks like to tell. I assume this is not that. But I'm excited about this. I love Scorponok. I never got the original, so I'm all about getting a reissue of him. So you
Is
see
that
him
the
next.
vintage? The purple
The one on the right. No, the purple one is the Kingdom one.
Okay.
The deluxe version. So yeah,
That's
I'm
a
all
pretty
about
cool
getting.
looking Transformer, man.
Fuck yeah, they're crap.
Oh, are they?
I have opened my Beast Wars Optimus Prime. I got one in box and one to open, and it's like 4 steps. Like the instructions are less so than deluxe figures, and most of it's the action features. Like the transformation is literally like 4 or 6 steps in it. So
that's what we call cliff level.
but see, it's not even a fun one because he has an action version. Is that Rock?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Tell him while I continue this. Tell him to restart his router and his internet. That's gotta help. Even if there's a lot of traffic in his area, that making that new connection, ISPs will give priority to them. So have him try that. But yeah, it's not even like fun transformations. Cass says he's got his Scorponok and his Rhinox. Yep, I love those figures. So nice to see them so much more well done than the previous versions. Not the Scorponok, but the Rhinox at least. But yeah, there are vintage and older figures with simple transformations that are fun, and that one was not one. Tons of Transformers rumors coming through the mix. First up, Red. So I forget what that even stands for, but so Wave 1 is a Galvatron and a Shockwave, a redeco of Megatron, which is probably that formatting Megatron that we've seen, a redeco of Optimus Prime, a Prime Optimus Prime, a Prime Megatron, and then the Shockwave and Galvatron again. G1 Thundercracker, which we've already got the Starscream, so not a lot of surprises there. A Nemesis Prime, which is interesting. Prime Optimus Prime again. Dark Energon Megatron, so that'll be some kind of glowing version. A G1 Cliff Jumper and a G1 Thundercracker. So lots of new stuff. Well, a few new characters coming to Red.
I've still never seen a single Red figure in the wild.
Really?
Yeah. I look, because I want to see them. Because they're like the Marvel Legends, right?
Do you go to Walmart's?
I do. But my Walmart's, dude, I'll be honest. Like I said, I think I've talked about it before. My Walmart is largely an empty toy aisle with some real Ghostbusters shit on one end.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's bad.
Yeah, see, and I've seen Red up and down. Not plentiful, but as much as I go, I've seen plenty of them. All right, Shattered Glass. This is what I'm super excited about. I'm a Shattered Glass junkie. So we get a deluxe Wheeljack, a Voyager Soundwave, a Voyager Blaster, which is kind of interesting because we haven't even seen a blaster in the modern line. Besides the real weird one, the repaint of the Leader Class 1 or something. And then my boy, Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. It's super excited for that. Let's see. Yeah. Come on. I love how this picture shows the size difference between the blaster and Soundwave, just if people have forgotten how much bigger it is.
But they're both like boom boxes, it looks like.
Yeah, so Soundwave is a tape deck, but Blaster is supposed to be a boom box. And they do look considerably different, but that Blaster is so much taller than the Soundwave, the vintage versions at least. And then this is where I get kind of, it's really interesting. This is where I get like happy because they're introducing a new line that I don't care anything about. Like, I don't care about Burnout, Road Rocket. I like Blur, but Clamp Down, I like Cosmos. Override, Road Hauler, Black Convoy, Deluxe Minerva, Red Card, Blackout. All these things I really don't care about. So this is going to be, it looks like, and again, these are all rumors, take them with a grain of salt. These are all part of a Velocitron. So the last time we saw this was a box set at, I believe, Toys R Us, or maybe this Velocitron was the online exclusive. But it's all about speed cars and race cars and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of those things that I can completely pass on this, and I'll probably cherry pick from here, from cherry pick some of them, but for the most part, this will be a line that I can kind of completely ignore. Which broken down. Target is getting looks like Target's getting the movie masterpiece Blackout, and Walgreens is getting Minerva. So there's also this Transformers Shrine, Soundwave versus Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee versus Starscream. All focus characters for me, so that'll be kind of interesting to see what we get there. But and Red Card, I get it. It's a Target exclusive, so that is probably just a code name for those. Unless maybe they're naming a Transformer red card.
Isn't that a penalty in soccer? A red card, or is that a yellow card?
Yellow card's a warning, red card's a full-on penalty. And then Vintage Beast Wars, which we just talked about. That Scorponok was coming. Looks like we might also be getting a Pterosaur, which is the pterodactyl, a tarantula, cyber shark, and a vintage canine, which I didn't even know they did a canine or a dog. But here's the tarantulas, the cyber shark, the pterosaur, and then this crazy guy. I don't ever remember seeing it before.
Looks like a meteor almost.
Yeah. Well, and all of this is like a shell wrapped around a robot, talking about, late 90s, early 2000s technology, but
yeah,
I'll take it.
I was going to say the Transator looks like a scarab.
Yeah. Yeah, the legs are a little skinny. But I'll take a Tarantulas and a Pterosaur from the show, and then gotta do the shark, right?
Always.
I'll tell you what I didn't do on the shark later, but I finally passed on a shark, and I was proud of myself.
I hope it's those overpriced street sharks.
Those I did pass on, but it's a different one.
Okay.
So Cantina playset incoming, but not the one you think.
Navarro. Okay.
Yeah, Navarro. So with Death Trooper. So that's awesome. Looks like it's going to be vintage collection. No ETA for it. But there is evidence of the DPCI and TCIN, which I've never heard of. But $53, right around that same price point of the Tantive and the
hallway to nowhere and the stairway to nowhere.
And the troop transport. All right, what Rock say in the chat? I've been seeing chat notifications.
He said he wasn't going to do it because his son would flip out, but then he said he was going to do it.
Okay. Yeah, same thing with my daughter. I have to tell him, okay, wrap it up. You got 5 minutes, or I'm just going to turn that shit off anyways. But, and then possibly more retros. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, a whole new wave of Mandalorian retros, which, so let's see, what did they do? I think they did 7 in the last wave. Why don't you just give me your top 5, Cliff?
Well, obviously, Beskar Mando.
Okay.
I want a Cobb Vanth.
Who's that?
Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cobb Vanth.
In Boba Fett armor?
Of course.
Obviously. Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, Boba Fett with his armor over his black robes, because I loved that
nice. Look. Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Okay.
And then really, I don't know, you could go Bill Burr. You could, whatever I always forget his character name. You could do that. You could do one of the tank drivers. You can give us I want a generic trooper somewhere. Because we need villains.
Yeah.
I'm trying to Death. You got what do they call the mechanical stormtroopers? Why can't I think of their name?
The Death Troopers?
Are they just Death Troopers?
Yeah, the big ones from the end of season 2.
Yep.
The black ones. Yeah.
And then obviously, I don't think they need to because I have a true vintage Luke, but a new, because his costume is a little different than it looked in Return of the Jedi. You could do a Luke.
Be down with that. All right, Rock. The internet connection is unstable in general right now. I'm looking at us and we're all freezing and moving weird. But can you hear us? Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Am I any better, or is that's it?
Well, you're
like I
broadcasting
say,
from a haunted house. Other than that, you're good.
all right now, it looks like all of our videos are all fucked up, and from what I'm seeing. So,
Oh, okay.
I think the internet's just having a day right now. And no worries. I'm glad you can be on here. So we were doing. Not to put you on the spot, but I'm going to, just like I did Cliff. There's going to be a second wave of Mandalorian retro figures. What would be your top 5 you would like to see?
Definitely Bill Burr as one of the characters.
Nice,
Let me think.
nice.
Yeah, the Death Trooper. Yeah, maybe the Luke. And then I round it out with 2 other ones. So, probably some of more of the people that were in that prison. You know, maybe like the ones like the Bib Fortuna character, the female, and then
yeah,
and maybe that other guy, the guy with the horns. I mean, they didn't have a big role, but
no, but that I love that episode.
That episode's great. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the girl, and I don't know if she's a is Bib Fortuna one of
a
those?
Twi'lek.
Yeah,
is he a Twi'lek?
Is Bib? I don't think he is. I think he's a different race that has the weird tentacles. But
unless women and men look different in that race, male, female.
Yeah. Well, but then her brother, he just
true.
had him coming straight down instead of wrapped. But maybe Bib wrapped him around. If chat, get on that. Let's see.
He is a Twi'lek according to Google.
Bib Fortuna is?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, hey, good on you, Rock, for knowing. I did not think he was a Twi'lek. And I'm going to call him a Twi'lek just because that's how I've heard it pronounced. But Twi'lek. Let's see, for me, and it's funny because I'm literally going after these $65 custom retro Mandalorian figures that I've already bought, so it'll kill the value of them. But I'm gonna go Heavy Mando, and I know these are talking about possibly from the second season, but Heavy Mando and Armorer, those are 2 super important ones for me. Death Trooper for sure. I wasn't thinking it, but the Ahsoka is really nice. Like, I'm liking that because that's going to have a lot of appeal, right? You know?
Vintage style Ahsoka, man.
Yeah, exactly. Whether you're a Mando fan or a Clone Wars fan, that would be a good one. The best car is a good one to go with. What's the last one? I'm going to say, what's her name? Bo-Katan? Starbuck?
Okay. Yeah, Bo-Katan.
I'm going to go with that one. And that's purely my greediness of wanting all the Mandos, you know. So
I got to get a Boba Fett in those black robes, though. Holy shit! With
you're right.
chest...
No, no, you're right. He's got to be in there. Because that's one that I don't really like what Has No Talent did with him. He's got this weird, like, kind of what do you call that?
He looks bow-legged in the pictures I saw. Bow-legged, yeah.
Exactly. He looks too bow-legged, so I never worried about him. But let's see. We've got... Oh, come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Window... Oh, are you serious? Here we go. This one's for you, Rock.
The internet's been fine all day long. It's like it comes podcasting time, and then all of a sudden it takes a shit.
It's got to be like everyone after dinner like logs onto the internet.
Yeah.
And like
yeah, people are like, family time's done. Everybody goes to their room and starts watching something on streaming and being on a device streaming, you know.
Every wife in New York is watching a true crime documentary right now.
Oh, and I missed this. Cass says just wants more G1 reissues. I'm with you there. AAA has a couple questions for us in the chat. We'll get to
No,
those during
what?
Q&A. Let's see. Oh, third party. Robo Skull Kickstarter. Do you guys do Red Shadows at all? Rock, I know you bought a couple Action Force just because they were cheaper than their American counterparts, but... Oh, no. Oh, no, Rock. Are you still there, Cliff? Oh, yeah, I just
I'm
saw
here.
your eyes
Yeah.
blink.
I'll just keep moving so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Street Fighter avatar.
You have any connection to this British stuff, Cliff? Do you care anything about this stuff?
I think it's really cool. I didn't have any as a kid, so I don't have any really nostalgic collection. So I'm good. Like,
See,
but
and
I do love looking at it.
Dude, the Robo Skull is something I really wanted. One of my last Joe-Cons I went to, the one that was here in Colorado, that was my goal, was to try to find a complete Robo Skull, like under $200, and there was nobody had it, and one person had it, and I think they were looking for like $400 for it, but it's a fucking TIE fighter with a red skull.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, and this is a reimagined version. This looks much cooler than the vintage, but the vintage is no slouch. So they're going to be doing a Kickstarter for this very soon. And this is all because a company, once again, just like what happened with Action Force in general, G.I. Joe or Hasbro slept on it, and somebody was able to pick up Skeletron, Red Shadows, and Robo Skulls as the trademark. So interested. I mean, like I say, I like Skeletrons. Red Shadows, I'm kind of like, about, but Robo Skull and Skeletrons I've always loved, and I have a Skeletron just because you can get them relatively reasonably, but no Robo Skull, unfortunately. All right, Cliff, I'm going to leave you to monitor the chat there.
Got it, yeah. I got it.
So the Transformers chess set, I don't know why I put this under third party, but this thing failed fucking dramatically. It only raised 92,000 of the 300,000 that they were looking for. And like they're saying in the article here, I agree, at $600, and then it was plus shipping, because I did look into it. I'm not a huge chess fan, but I would have gotten it just for the little figurines and shit. But it's $600 to $700, just way too much, way too much in my opinion. We're going to talk about something that's a lot smaller buy-in that just crushed its fucking goal. So stay tuned to the end of the show. We'll be talking about that in Grab Bag.
Cool.
Ultimate Space Odyssey. All right, Cliff. All in? No in?
No in. I don't love 2001. I respect its place in history. I'm not a huge fan. My buddy Tony fucking worships this movie. It's his favorite movie of all time, and I sent him the link with a note to apologize to his wife. I was like, tell Heather I'm sorry. Look at this. So, yeah, but they look dope. I mean, spacesuits are always cool for me. Like, I love spacesuits.
And that's and I love the monkey and the monolith from like, I love what it represents. By the way, I think it was Brinkalizer's comment that said, how is that monkey breathing in space? Or breathing without a spacesuit on? Probably his look. He's like,
no, the monkey's on Earth. The monkey learns how to use tools, and then they find the monolith. And then it throws the bone in the air, and the bone becomes the spaceship. Yeah.
Exactly. So what
That's
I
a good
did
joke.
is I just went with Dave. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to support it. I got Dave. It's the iconic suit color, in my opinion. But yeah, I left the monkey behind.
I'm sorry, Dave. I just can't do that, Dave.
AAA threw something out there that I'm sure tons of people are screaming at their screen about. We keep calling him a death trooper. You're absolutely right.
Dark
It's
Trooper.
a
Yep.
dark trooper. Yes. Sorry.
Because the Death Troopers are the taller black ones from Rogue One, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the stormtrooper looking ones with the sharp featured helmets.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
And then Schreiber all in. Oh, interesting.
cool.
I didn't know they made well, definitely didn't know they made a Safubi one, but I didn't realize they made a Mafex one.
Yeah, they got a
Mafex
Mafex.
version.
My buddy Tony's got, I think, the yellow suit from Mafex.
Mm.
Oh, no, he's got the blue Mafex suit. Check it out. He sent it to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, Cass. I do like 2010. I know it's not a lot of people's favorites.
It's not bad. I mean, when you have 2001, a movie that's widely considered to be one of the greatest movies of all time, directed by a director that's widely considered to be one of the greatest directors of all time, any sequel is not going to hold up. I think 2001's great. I love Roy Scheider. I think Peter Hyams directed it, and it's good. I like it, but I think it doesn't get. I think it's like Halloween 3 compared to Halloween 1 and 2. People fucking hate it, but if you look at it, it's on its own. It's a strong movie. I think 2010's awesome.
Yeah. And Breakalizer coming to our defense. That's exactly right. They were in there too, but I don't want to see retro versions of them. All right.
Any female retro character we get in the Star Wars line is awesome because we only had Leia for 40 years, and now we have Leia, Cara Dune. We could get a Bo-Katan. We can get an Ahsoka. I mean, it'd be great.
I agree. All right. This about made me shit myself when I saw the first teases of this in our group. Not that we broke it or anything, but motherfucking D&D figures. Now, I don't know who this snake guy is. He's not from the cartoon or anything, is he?
He's from the vintage LJM line.
Oh, okay. Maybe... And not that Warduke is from the cartoon either, but Warduke I had is a vintage one. So yeah. Anything Warduke I've bought that I've seen, that's an action figure at least. So, oh my God. I'm so happy about that. And this dude does look dope with the snake crawling around him, and then like the tongue is part of the shoulder pauldron here. I'm not quite sure about the helmet spikes. Maybe if they were pointed up, they'd look a little bit better. But this is dope. Like the Cobra.
A mace. Shield.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, that Warduke is just... That's my boy. Love him. AAA looks like Mythic Legions. Yeah, I would definitely agree the Mythic Legions is better than this. If Four Horsemen would have done these, they would have done them better, in my opinion. They look a little skinny to me.
I was going to say, they'd be chunky if they were Mythic Legions. They'd be chunky.
Yeah. And maybe this, this is more realistic. But yeah, if you're looking for cool, I think Four Horsemen does better proportions. And this, while I was searching these, just trying to find out, I saw this and I just wanted to put it up here because this thing is baller. So at first I just saw the dragon, which I can't remember what his name is. It probably says it here. Oh, TMNT. But what's dope is you've got all the characters down here too. The little barbarian and the acrobat and the magician. So if you've got $1,500 to spend and you're a big D&D fan, at least the cartoon version or LJN, that might be what you want to do. Alrighty. Dr. Wu SD Trypticon. So this is kind of crazy. So the weirdest thing about this is it's doing this whole cube thing. That there's a company called Beastbox that does these, that does things that go from squares to anything you can imagine. Alien, they've done, I think they've done a Predator as well as Alien.
Oh, I think we've shown these. Okay. I know what you're talking about now.
But this is from Dr. Wu, so this isn't from that company. They just chose to do a Trypticon, which also has a base mode and has a tank mode. But then for some reason they also decided to make it into a square mode too. So this is really cute. I would be down for it depending on the cost. Those SD versions, I think it was Mastermade did them. Those were always out of my price range at like $180 or something for an 8-inch figure. That was a little too much for me. Let's see. Kaz was hoping for cartoon figures. Yeah, I would like to, if they did the animation characters in the more realistic design like that, I think that would be the best of both worlds, right? Like you would have, you would have the ones from the actual toy line plus the one from the cartoons in the same thing. Agrees with AAA. Speed Cuber Red Robot. I'm not getting these references, AAA. Yeah, cubes are all the rage now. That's exactly right. All right. What else do we got here? God damn it. Wonder if there's a way I can just take... No, there's not. All right. This one all in on.
This is awesome.
Yeah. And I don't know if these are the accessories. A cat and a French loaf. I assume they are. That's his like collection of hairballs, right?
Yep, that's his popcorn and that's his shortwave radio. It's an ultimate Alf. Alf's like this big. It's got to be chock full of accessories. Yeah. I hope that picture frame comes with it.
Yeah.
What was her name? Rhonda? Like Alf's girlfriend?
Oh, his girlfriend? I think it was Rhonda.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Oh, here we go. Those are Rubik's Cube community words. Okay, now I get it. A 6x6 Rubik's Cube, a 4x4. Cass is agreeing. Cat sandwich is great. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. Looks like we're getting double elbows there. Looks like we have knees, just well hidden articulation there. But yeah, this is I grew up on Elf. I freaking love it. Okay. Rock has rebooted his internet. He's going to try to join us in just a second. Poor Rock. Oh my God. First hour of his birthday show. Well, the big one to be on is 2 weeks from now because that is our 13th anniversary show. Is that fucking insane or what?
Dude, you're going to have a 13th anniversary right before my 13th clean anniversary. My clean anniversary is November 3rd.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. And October 8th is ours, but I think the show will fall on like the 11th or something.
I think it's 10th. Yeah, because my mom's birthday is October 9th, so that's a Saturday this year, so Sunday the 10th.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you to you.
It is much easier to be buying toys and talking about toys for 13 years than it is to stay clean for 13 years.
Yes, but in all fairness, it's been 13 years. It's fairly, and knock on wood, it's fairly easy. I've created a lifestyle where I don't even think about that shit anymore, you know? Like, so.
That's good. See, I couldn't hang around with my friends anymore if I tried to. Well, and we're all old enough we wouldn't be assholes, but if someone tried to get clean 10 years ago in our group of friends, they would have been given shit until they weren't clean, which is awful. But
dude, all my friends have been nothing but awesome about it. I mean, like, they would call me and they'd be like, come on, let's hang out. I'm like, dude, you understand, I cannot do anything fun. Like, they're like, we don't care, man, come out. And I'm like, like, it's good, dude.
Yeah, hopefully Brock will get in before the end of the show.
There's a pretty big to-do going on today. Not anyone should leave our show. Oh, thank you, KJ. Congrats to you, man.
Yeah, congrats to you.
At 7 p.m. Central Time, Mike from Retro Blasting is going to be debating Toy Guru, Scott Knightlick, on a channel called Geek Dad Life.
Interesting.
So, when our show is over, go over and watch that.
That isn't TFG1, Mike, is it? Do you know?
No. It's Michael French, I think his name is. He's the head of Retro Blasting.
Okay. I just know TFG1 Mike did a whole, like, podcasting network, so I didn't know if that was one of his shows or not. But, all right. Let's see here. New Super 7 TMNT. So this is where I showed restraint, because I really like Mikey and I really like sharks, and the fact that he has these two ridiculously cute sharks like molded onto him, which is kind of weird. So one's on his elbow pad here and one's on his shoulder. But I love that he comes with crabs and, you know, all these crazy things. But and is that a shark down there at the bottom too? Oh no, a little octopus, it's like down there.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he has an eel coming out of his body.
And a crab. But
these these little sharks were super cute, but I stayed strong and I stuck to my focus, which is Slash. Super excited about him. And then the Mousers, which did they put the Mousers out in the vintage line? I can't even remember.
I don't remember, dude. At least I don't remember there being any Mousers available while I was collecting. I probably got on a Ninja Turtles in like 93, 94 at the latest. I think the last wave of Ninja Turtles I bought was like the Movie Star Turtles.
Oh, okay.
Whenever that was, probably 91 or 92. Like, so I don't remember their Mousers at that time. But who knows? It's such a huge line that went on for so long. I mean, there could have been Mousers.
I like that you get some ooze, you get some little mini turtles, some pizza with some slime on it. The squirrel I don't quite get. But then you get some size too. Size, I guess, to probably stick in the Mousers.
I would think so. The battle damage ones or something.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I like that Scratch is coming out for all the people who want him but can't get the vintage one.
Is he a super hard one to find?
He is probably the most expensive Ninja Turtle figure there is, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Like one of the last wave figures or something?
That's what they say. Yeah, I don't really know anything about him. I only know of him because Pixel Dan sometimes talks about Scratch on his channel.
And then we get Ace Duck.
I have a vintage Ace Duck in my collection.
So it looks like maybe this is why AAA wasn't on the show. is he's not going to miss that debate.
Dude, Mike can get very nasty.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
he
mean
does
about things.
Yeah, he does really great, really honest review of vintage toys, and he's really snarky, and it's really great. But lately, he's been getting it from like repro guys because he's pro repro. He doesn't care. He's actually I wouldn't even call him pro repro, but he
whatever's the cheapest way to get something in your collection.
Well, he doesn't collect repro. He just likes repro, giving fans opportunities to get things they don't have, and he likes fan reproductions. He likes fans doing.
Okay.
But he's been getting a lot of shit, so he's been doing a lot of these fucking, like, really, I mean, he's just very angry. It's a great channel. You never watch Retro Blasting?
No.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Sounds familiar, but to tell you the truth, in the last 3 years, I have hardly listened to any podcasts or watched anything on YouTube. Being home all the time, I'm constantly marathoning shows.
Oh, okay.
But AAA. Yeah, the Turbo Man is the one thing I haven't bought into. I've found a few around me from time to time, and
I couldn't be less interested.
Yeah.
It would be physically impossible for me to care less about shit. Turbo Man.
And that's Elite, not Elite. And KJ, dudes aren't on till 9 p.m. Or maybe I'll have to chime into that, depending on where the family situation is. Because I'm sorry, I always like Nightlick. I know he fucking catches hella grief, but I think he did us as good as he could with what he had to work with. And I've loved his channel. That is one channel I kept up with for a while, until maybe about a year ago. Is his
Spectre
channel.
Creative?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's interesting because I love how me and you could sit here on this podcast all day and say that we know what they're doing at toy companies. Mm-hmm. We have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Spectre Creative would be like, no, this is what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Beasts of the Mesozoic launched their new Kickstarter, and look at this shit. It's only been up for 5 days. Over $100,000 over its goal. So these guys did the 6-inch Raptors.
Those like feathered Raptors, right?
Yeah, like they are dedicated to producing scientifically, as much as you can, accurate dinosaurs. So they went from the Raptors, and then they went to, for lack of more knowledge, they did Triceratops, but like all the different versions, the horned brills, and single horn, they did 24 different versions of a Triceratops. And so now they're doing T-Rexes. And so here you can see the construction of these. The first rewards are a lot of art prints. He has some amazing artists doing his artwork for him. So this is kind of cool. So he's doing 2 different scales here. So the first one is a $60 1 1/35 scale T-Rex. So there you can see it in your hand. If you just want an amazing T-Rex for your desk. And then he's doing a 3 3/4 or 4-inch scale, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
27 inches head to tail on this dude. So we get to see a Mando there. And then, like he always does, tons of recolors. And again, some of them are fun. I think this is from like a vintage version of a T-Rex, this color scheme, the big bright green. But then they have more. Again, scientists don't know what the colors are, but this is what scientists assume is this stuff. But we've already got 2 stretch goals released. So these are different, not T-Rexes, but different versions kind of based on that body. This dude's dope, based on the old Velociraptor body. And then this is what I dig. I'm loving this color scheme on this guy. So looks like a T-Rex. It's not. It's a whatever this is pronounced.
Yeah,
up
dude.
here.
I'm not even trying it.
Exactly. But this is 1/18 scale, but of course it's not a T-Rex, so it's not the 27-inch. It's only 16-inch. But I think I'm going to pick him up just because I love that color scheme. But just tons. You can see all of the figures that are ready to get unlocked from this. And the quality has been superb on this. Paint quality is as good, if not better, than NECA's paint quality, or even, dare I say, the Four Horsemen. So, if you're at all interested, again, for a 1/18 scale T-Rex, it's $220 is the pledge level. So, the Triceratops I got, it was $160 for the adult Triceratops. So it's not for the faint of heart, but
I got the colossal T-Rex from Mattel. It's like this big.
For $34.
It eats toys. It eats action figures.
So yeah, I need to measure my JP Jurassic Park that is quote 3 3/4 scale and see if that's 27 inches. But yeah, I'm loving it. So, and I'm gonna support this guy. He does an amazing job. Let's see.
Oh, come on, Slick. So it's just me, guys. I was talking about the colossal T-Rex. Eats action figures. Fucking awesome. It's cool.
Sorry, Cliff.
I've been doing this show long enough to be able to vamp now. It's not my first episode.
I literally even was like, oh, I almost clicked on the wrong back button, and I had clicked on it. All right, store report. New vintage collection hitting, but not the one you think. The brand new one is already showing up. So the IG-11, Lando Calrissian, and I'm not sure what the other one is in this wave. But I have only seen one remnant that I bought of the Ahsoka and Darth Maul wave. I have seen one figure and that's it. Have you seen any of that wave?
No, dude. I don't. Like, my two Targets and my two Walmarts have a couple Griff Kargas hanging about.
And that's even the previous wave, right?
Yeah. Yep, I think so.
So,
couple Griff Kargas, and then the Black Series figures are also, I think, like Moff Gideon and Griff Karga. Like, nothing. Star Wars, excuse me, doesn't appear to be being stocked in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because all my Star Wars shit is Amazon or Big Bad anyway, so. But
let's see what AAA says. Well, I think he should upgrade his internet. If he can get it there. He does live on an island, so it's a little bit different than where you live, AAA. But yes, I agree with you. I think Rock should upgrade his internet. I think I should upgrade my internet for the cost of one
cup of coffee
vintage collection a month. I could have better internet, so I'm not herky jerky like we are right now either. So, all right, come on. Oh, see, now mine's all freaking out. Oh, and then I went too far back. Look at the professionalism in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Why haven't we won a Webby Award yet? Oh, and I spelled Canadian. Candian. So this Draculus, or I guess they are calling Dracula. That's kind of weird. Showed up in Canada. $73 Canadian for this fucking thing.
And what's that, like 55,
So,
57 US, something like that?
I don't think their dollar's that weak, is it?
Hold on, I'll Google
Let's
it while
see.
we're looking. Oh, okay.
Here, I got it.
Just type in $72
Oh.
Canadian in US dollars.
There we go. Oh. 73. Yeah. Oh. How did... All right. Can we just reverse that? Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. There we go. We'll figure that. Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. Their shit is super weak. Because what... I thought this was like $30 for us, right? Because it's only a freaking deluxe. But this
Yeah,
I gave Roger.
I was gonna say I
Sorry.
knew they're a little higher than ours. So like, what's 20 to us is 30 for them.
Yeah,
So,
that kind of thing. Yeah, and I think you're right on. If it was 59 to 75, that's 25% more expensive than us. One of the chats I must have mixed was my daughter was supposed to be home an hour ago, and she must be at her friend's house. I'm still at my friend's house. Okay, she should be home any minute now. This was one I gave Roger a hard time. I'm like, you can't make it. I even put a Canadian story in there just for you.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Rock's relegated to leaving comments. Jesus, 230 for all three?
Damn.
Oh my God. Oh, Rock. You can watch the podcast. But all right. Well, I'm glad you're with us, Rock. Chime in whenever you can. We want to hear from you. Online, Fans Toys Fort Max head. So this is insane. This is the head to Fort Max, which is a headmaster in of itself. This is Cerebros. 230, and it's already sold out. It sold out the day it went up.
So how big, how tall would the head of Fort Max be in robot mode? Is that like a 10-inch figure?
9.5 inches, dude, just
Okay.
for the robot size. So he basically folds up in half. So that means the head of the robot will be about 5 inches. Jesus Christ. I wish I knew body proportions better. It does have a really cool feature. The sword folds up into it for the headmaster. That's really smart. But oh my God, dude. And there's his smaller headmaster. It does come with this cool base you can display it on. But Jesus, $230.
It's like you get a fucking hot toy. You can get the Mandalorian hot toy.
Yeah, exactly. All right, no one be shy. Did anyone pre-order this? Is anybody in on what looks like to probably be $1,000 Fort Max here? If the head is $230, I'd assume the body's going to be at least $800.
Is that just the torso and not including the legs and arms?
Alien Attack Megatron, again, another pricey third-party toy. So I think this was Dark of the Moon, if I remember, and it's one of my favorite versions of him. It's where he's a rusty, like...
Oh, and he's got the cape?
Yeah, he's got the cape on him. He's like a rusty Mad Max diesel, and he's got the little guy that is always like feeding off of him or whatever it was. But
Brink got the head.
Brink did. Brinkalizer, I can't wait to see it. There's got to be a. I assume there'll be a Fort Max, Unicron showdown. But yeah, I mean, he looks amazing. Again, 350 bucks, 12.5 inches, good size. And again, this is a company I don't think we've seen a production toy from. Like, I don't think there's reviews of anything Alien Attack has done. I mean, they're releasing all these product shots and shit, but
it is unreal to me how many third party companies there are for Transformers.
I know, it's insane. Cliff does it, yeah. So, I can't wait to sell it. This is true. The Fans Toys thing is ridiculous. Like, you want to scalp stuff? Don't go to Targets and Walmarts and stuff. Just wait till Fans Toys pre-orders go up. Buy as many as you can from as many different retailers, and you'll make your money for the year on flipping. If that's
So I always tell my friends who are like, "What should I sell?" I'm like, "Just buy fucking Legos and put them in a fucking room for 2 years and then sell them."
Yeah, and then sell it after that. Oh, I didn't realize Alien Attack was KFC. So I actually have a KFC figure here. We're about to reveal on what we got. So
11 herbs and spices, or
I miss 11 herbs and spices. Mrs. McFavorite won't eat at KFC because a boyfriend in high school worked there. So she's like, nope, I don't eat at KFC. I'm like, that was 25 fucking years ago.
And KFC's pretty good.
I grew up on KFC. Now, granted, I have joined the ranks of I like a crispier fried chicken. You know, the original recipe is pretty soft, but I like the flavor of original recipe over any crispy chicken I've ever had. So, all right. Victory Saber update. Brinkalizer, you got any, have you stopped doing your spreadsheets on HasLab stuff now that they're kind of coming fast and furious and Galactus?
This is another HasLab?
Crazy? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, this is a Transformers one. Still needs 1,500 backers, but it's got 14 days to go. So they did these. These are obviously color renders based on those black and white ones. This makes me want it. I love these dynamic colors on them, but again, just no connection. This stand got a lot of people excited for it, but it's a stretch goal, so it's got to get unlocked. Oh, I'm like, let's get to the Victory Leo stuff. Victory Leo spaceship mode. Get some more renders here, but Brinkalizer, I think you said you did back this, right? Oh. I don't know if he's never missed an episode, but I can imagine he, just like I were to do if I were watching this show, and hopefully everybody else is doing this too. Hopefully you're doing something else while you're watching this show. I can't imagine this holding your complete attention for 3 hours. So he might be checking email or opening toys or whatever, and that's kind of hard to do if you're actually on the show. Let's see. Oh, I missed this one. Oh, here. Oh, we got some chicken fans in here. Extra crispy. Ooh, Chick-fil-A. We thankfully have 2 Chick-fil-A's within a mile of us. I don't know how that happens. How you end up with 2 of the hardest to find fast food restaurants with 2 of them right by you.
Never had it.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
it
the
is
only time
so
I remember
good.
it exists, and I know this sounds fucked up, is on Sundays.
Really?
Yeah, the only time I think of it is like, oh, there's a
Is
fuck, it's
because you
Sunday.
can't have it.
Yeah, it's got to be a psychological thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm on a
Brinkalize-
diet, so I don't go.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't even have one. That'll blow your fucking. That's too much for even your one meal a day. Swanson TV dinners. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had.
Swanson. No, Banquet. Banquet are gross. I don't think I've ever had a Swanson.
Yeah.
Banquet are. Smells like burnt plastic.
No worries, Brinkalizer. On the last hour of the last day. Brinkalizer said, sorry, forget about the audio only people. Brinkalizer said he'll back Victory Saber on the last hour of the last day. Pulling the news for my Monday show while I watch the show. Yeah, see, there you go. That's exactly right. That's when I watch my Broncos games, which are my, I pay attention to my Saints games, and then Broncos games are in the background while I post the show. I feel you. All right, Rock. Let us know what your favorite fried chicken is. All right. Next up, Newage Prime, and again, I should have put those first three all in a row for price things. This is 4.3 inch Optimus Prime. Now he comes with his trailer and all the amenities. $100. The MP10 Optimus Prime. Now again, this is Toys R Us, so they produced 120,000 of them or whatever they were, but that was $120, and that was a 10-inch Optimus Prime. This is a 4-inch Optimus Prime for $100. I'm just like,
This is insane to me.
Fucking get it, yeah. And Newage is the smaller of all the Legends company. Well, no, I think the Newage is smaller than Magic Square, but the other one that does like the Cybertronian versions is even small. Iron Factory is smaller than Newage, but still, good God, and not passing judgment on anybody. Hey, if you've gone like, just same thing with Fans Toys. If you've gone fucking Newage focused on your shit, good on you, because then you're not buying Magic Square and Iron Factory and all that. I bounce around between those three and Hasbro, so like I've got to be concerned with all kinds of releases and buying every single Soundwave and buying every single Ultra Magnus. So I've got bigger problems than people that have decided to go all in on Newage, that's for sure. All right, into what we got. Cliff, you wanna go first?
It's very short. I'll go first.
Okay.
It's because it's two things. I got the Infinity Saga Mark III. Finally, we get the Mark III armor.
Is that a Target exclusive like the Thor Dad and the other one?
I don't think so, because I got this on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I pre-ordered it months ago.
And the Mark III, is that like the first one from the first like actual Iron Man suit from the first movie?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll get displayed next to my Obadiah Stane and my Iron Monger.
Nice.
Got him, and then this came from Amazon in a wonderful package to keep it protected. I was very surprised. I got the Off-World Jawa.
Ooh, nice.
It's got the furry egg and a bunch of guns.
Nice, hell yeah. And that differs from the Razor Crest, only the egg opens up, right? That's like the only difference?
That I don't know. I just
okay.
kind of pre-order all the Mando Vintage Collection figures.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
And that is it. I have a tattoo consultation on Tuesday.
Nice. So good.
For my faker tattoo. Yeah, my faker.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, you're and I think we talked about it in the group. You're getting a Filmation faker, but with a toy coloring.
Yeah,
right?
So it'll look like Filmation He-Man holding the sword of power, but I'm gonna have him do the Skeletor armor and color in blue. So it's Filmation art style, but it's gonna be faker.
So because when he was like, I'm getting a Filmation faker, I'm like picturing the glowing
white eyes.
Yeah. Shouldn't be royal blue. This is what I don't know, what the difference is between a gray and a blue roller, because we have seen quite a few gray rollers, and I don't know if that's a vintage. See, and I'm pretty sure the vintage toy, the roller was blue, so maybe the animation roller was gray. I don't know. Somebody that knows more than me, chime in. Rock, yes. Popeyes. Dude, and when we want to talk chicken sandwiches, now, fried chicken's one thing. I still do love Popeyes fried chicken, but Popeye, I have tried every fast food fried chicken sandwich I can get my hands on, and Popeyes, hands down, dude. It is twice as good as every other chicken sandwich.
No question whatsoever. However, before the Popeyes reign of terror, the spicy chicken combo from Wendy's was it was awesome. I loved the spicy chicken combo at Wendy's.
And they redid their chicken sandwiches, right?
I haven't been to Wendy's since I started my diet, so I haven't been to Wendy's since May of 2020, man.
I think they do have a new recipe. So on a cheat day,
I do know Burger King changed their chicken sandwiches to make them look like Popeyes. They're all fat now, like Popeyes is.
Exactly. KJ Smith wants to see your tramp stamp.
No tramp stamp.
Nothing lower back for you?
No. There's too much hair back there, man. Like, fuck. Wouldn't even be able to see anything.
You could do a Chewbacca tramp stamp.
Yeah. Just a bowl of deer across my... So I won't get any chest tattoos either. It's all fucking hair.
All right. So Brinkalizer says toy is blue, show's gray. I think. AAA agreeing with you.
So good. Oh, I love it. I do miss it. I think about it sometimes.
And this may have just been, like I say, because BK is very hit or miss. I wasn't a huge fan of the Chiking, but like you say, if it's made right and fresh, that might make a huge difference. And that's what I like about Popeyes is I've never seen them pull a breast out of one of those baskets that they put the rest of their fried chicken in. Like, I've only ever seen them come from the back, which makes me assume they cook them fresh and why they've been... I mean, and it's not like I eat them 24/7. I've had maybe 6 or 7, but every time they're crispy, they're super juicy, like you say, Cliff, super thick, you know.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's put me on the hot seat here. Okay, so first up, I finally broke down because I never saw them in the wild, and I bought me a case of these bad boys. So there's all the guys they had in it. So a big want here was the Trapjaw comics, the Disco Skeletor. I'm with Cliff. I'm a Faker fan, and then the Stinkor is a must. So got a case of those, and yeah, the Stinkor is just
that's awesome.
Perfect, dude. I love this little motherfucker. Let's see here. I got this, which was kind of a eye-opening thing for me. So people might look at this and say, "Oh, it's a
Stegosaurus.
Dino Riders Stegosaurus." So one, crazy how big he is. Like that's a big Stegosaurus. 2, crazy how light he is. 3, he's non-motorized. So this is where the battery compartment would be on a regular Dino Riders. I guess they release these as just regular Transformers, regular dinosaurs.
Almost like Schleich. Just
yeah. And I couldn't find anything where it showed packaging or anything like that. Wondered why I was able to get it even non-motorized. It's obviously not Dino Riders. It's just the same mold and paint and everything. Why I got it so cheap? I got it for $15 shipped. In the eBay thing, I didn't notice he has no eyes. And that's not anybody's fault but mine. He still looks really good. Like from there, he just looks like a good Dino Rider Stegosaurus. So I love him. And at that price point, I'm not worried about it. But
you could sculpt some eyes. I mean, pretty easily. I mean, just a little bit of sculpey.
Well, and they normally have like doll eyes. So that's what I'm wondering if I can go to Hobby Lobby and just get some, 1/8-inch doll eyes to stick in there. Yeah, got my Off-World Jawa from Pulse. You can see how mine arrived.
Oh.
But I don't care. He's getting opened. But I'm like, really, Pulse? He was the only thing in the package. And he was laying flat. Like, he should have been mint. But he's still, like, I don't know what happened. There's bins and creases all over the card at the top. So, but whatever. He's getting opened. From IRL friend and group member Shane, he found me the Cobra Fang of those Lego sets. I think he was saying like these were $3 at Tuesday mornings here.
Now, is that a Cobra Commander? It looks like. Does he actually fit in the Fang? Because I know.
No, that as far as I know, you shouldn't expect any of the figures to fit in any of the vehicles, even if it looks like they should.
Okay.
Haven't built it yet, so I'll let you guys know for sure. And then, so here we go. A little bit crazy on the pile of loot. I finally hit an item that had been available for 30 days, so I just shipped everything. So I got my KFC Crash Hog re-release here that I've got to open up. But I'll tell you what, I got Downbeat, for the Make Toys Downbeat, and got stuck on a transforming step. And it really kind of got me pissed off that I'm like, I'm following your instructions. I'm trying to be super careful. I don't want to break this fucking $120 masterpiece toy. But yet I got to go look at a fucking video review to transform it. And it's literally halfway transformed. So I'm hoping my Crash Hog is not the same. Doesn't give me the same sad in the pants feeling. Here's one for you, Cliff. Booyah!
Oh, nice. The creep.
Yeah, got the creep. 3 3/4 creep. Looks like he may... Oh, ankles look to be ball jointed. But beyond that, I think he only has like 7 points of articulation. So maybe the wrists probably swivel on him too. But he just looks dope. Did
you get that from a muck time, or was that in your pile of loot?
This was pile of loot, and this is Monstars Toys.
Yeah, they're Amok Time Toys is in-house manufacturer.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the same? Oh yeah, this looks to be the. Oh yeah. Oh, that's weird that this one says Amok Toys on it, but this one does not.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I love me some Creep Show, so happy about that. Like I say, The Creep is one of the only, the Creep and the Creature from the Black Lagoon, I think, are the only two dolls I've bought, like Mego style things. I got this wave of classics, so you get the LOP Merman with that
nice,
gorgeous,
the goofy head.
Oh yeah, love that fucking head. And then your boy,
Yeah.
Faker in the house. So I gotta get those opened. Let's see here. Oh, good old Mando and Beskar armor. The paint on it, the visor, they oversprayed it on the helmet. Have you opened this Beskar by chance? Do
Me?
you have it? And or yeah.
Yeah, no, I do not open any of the vintage collection figures. I solely buy them for the packaging.
Interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. If anybody's opened this, not that I'm worried about it, but I'm curious if that helmet is cast in the silver, because I'm hoping so that I can take a magic eraser and buff off the overspray from the visor. But anywho, I got this, and it's kind of weird. So this is the Motu Minis 4-packs, which they did a Castle Grayskull, a Snake Mountain, and a Slime Pit version. So this is the Snake Mountain one, but it's taped in there. So I'm kind of like, I'll open it eventually to open them up. But got that. Then these are some of my favorites. Nanoblocks, Space Invaders arcade cabinet. So this, I'm assuming this will be right around the Lego scale, kind of like my Asteroids cabinet I have here, considering they're nanoblocks. But I got that, and then I got a Pac-Man cabinet as well.
The only real Pac-Man is Table Pac-Man.
Good old cocktail tables. That's Galaga is the only. I love playing Galaga on a cocktail table. And then this bad boy, Transor to us American Z's, and the Zinger Z to import fans. This one I labeled Mazinger Z, so I'm excited about that. I mean, it's crazy. How many pieces is this freaking thing? Does it even tell me what the pieces are? No, it doesn't even say how many pieces are in here. That's interesting. But, and then I only have this one out because it was there to open. But got a Michelangelo, Metalhead, and one other TMNT Ultimates. I have been so fucking busy. I have not had any time to open toys in like the last 2 weeks. So maybe that's what I'll do tonight is a big opening crazy scene. So shit. Sorry, gotta plug my headphones in real quick. Give me 1 second.
Oh, girl, you don't even know what's in here.
Triple Z. Yes, I buy everything that I love. AAA was giving me shit in our private chat about watching the Kitty Masters of the Universe because I was like, it's just 4 hours. Who cares? You know, like I know it's not meant for us, but I want to see what. Yeah, I'm
7 episodes in, dude. I think it's awesome.
I am 7 episodes in as well, and I like it too. But he was talking about, he's like, I just don't have time for that. And he mentioned like, you're the same way with toys. Like, you'll just buy like a $2 toy because it's on clearance, even though it doesn't have any place in your collection. And I was like, that's exactly right. I do lots of things just for my immediate pleasure without any like long-term consideration of what am I going to do with this. You're right. I probably could be watching a much better rated TV show than the Motu cartoon ones, but
It's fucking He-Man. It's awesome. Like,
yeah. But AAA had a good point. He's like, that's not targeted at me, so I'm not going to spend my time watching it.
Neither was
You know?
She-Ra, and I loved She-Ra.
I did like She-Ra as well, and it wasn't targeted at me either. I did start it with my daughter, but she moved on after maybe a half a season, and I still haven't finished it though. I think I'm still in like season 3 or something. But let's see, KJ Smith had a nanoblocks. These were BBTS, so I don't know if they're still available or not. He loves the Junkions. I would have loved to go all in and had like, I think they've produced 9 different Junkions now at this point. But I disagree. AAA eventually does not equal never opening it. I have a very specific dedicated pile of toys to open, and some things get kicked out of it, you know. Let's see. Brinkalizer saying, I kind of like the new Kitty Motu show. I agree. It's getting better too. Like it's you got to take it with a grain of salt, in my opinion.
Why? Like I'm really enjoying it.
It is a little goofy. You
Yeah,
gotta give me a
but
break.
it's aimed
Like,
at kids.
like I'm gonna ram it. You know, like
her name is Ram Ma'am. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But you got to take that with a grain of salt. That isn't amazing that her name is Ram Ma'am. You know,
I think it's hilarious. I'm having so much fun with it. I turned it on knowing full well it's the kiddie show.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll give this, because I didn't really much care for the designs, like from the toys we saw. And I'm just really I like all of the kids. Like,
yeah, they do a good job of making them relatable and that kind of thing, you know. And now I get what Kitty targeted at younger kids is about. It's like Adam just doesn't know what to do when he gets the power. You know, it's like what all kids are going through. Like, to us as adults, like, you got a fucking power sword that makes you superhuman, like, go kill everybody. You know, that's what adults think about, you know. And he really questions his power and what should he do with it, and is he worthy of it, and all that kind of stuff. So I do like that.
And I really love that when he's just Adam and he's wearing the sword on his back, the sword is bigger than him.
Yeah.
I think it's just
the sword is ridiculous, but it is great. It is great.
Like, I'm enjoying it. I like I said, I put it on just thinking I'll just see what this is like, and I'm really I like it. I like that Trapjaw isn't quite Trapjaw yet, but he's slowly getting there.
Yeah, and I didn't even, again, because I just put it on in the background. I watched the first episode, but somehow I still missed that character was Cronus.
Oh yeah.
I forever, like, for the first show, even though I was, quote, paying attention to it, I thought for sure that was Whiplash.
I thought until they called him Cronus, I was like, is this Whiplash? Is like because he's all green. Like, I'm used to Cronus just having being blue until he
should
Trapjaw.
be blue.
Yeah,
and that's what'll be interesting to see how he turned. And sorry, spoilers, everybody. We shouldn't have just kind of gone into all the details. It's a kiddie show. So
I mean, if they're making it clear that they think we're weird for watching it.
But we might have flipped AAA. Look
Good.
at that.
Like, I'm not telling you it's as good as the 2000X or anything.
No.
I'm just saying
It's definitely not as
really
good as
having
Revelation.
a good time. It's just fun. I like that it's
Alright.
like they're Power Rangers. Like, you know, they
It is.
all have the power of Grayskull. Like,
Yeah, and that's one of the things I actually don't like
oh,
about
really?
it is, again, spoilers. Sorry, people, if you're planning on watching it and don't want to know anything about it. But what I don't like is that he turns the power of Grayskull turns everybody into their characters. Like, I don't like that about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of a remnant. And again, it might not be, but he always pointed the sword at Cringer and gave Cringer the power. So to me, it was just a natural extension that he could technically point the sword at anybody else and give them
And
power.
give them the power. Yeah, I can feel that. All right, AAA question for the show. Why other YouTubers' Toy Talk shows collect money from their fans? People are paying $1 to $2 for Super Chat. Where does the money go since there's no hosting cost on YouTube?
First of all, they only get like a third of the money. YouTube takes a chunk of that before they get it.
Oh, I didn't even realize you could like contribute via YouTube. I thought they were doing like Patreon or something like that.
No, there's a Super
but-
Chat. It's for like big channels that have a lot of people talking. Like if you Super Chat, it goes to the top and it's highlighted so that the person sees it. And from what I understand, for every $1 somebody Super Chats, I think the person on the page gets like 40 cents.
Oh God!
So it's crazy. John Campia, a movie show I watch, talks about it sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, I would say once you get to that level, like we could never do this show like the way we do it, even if we had 50 fans. Like we only have 5 to 10 people at the most throughout the show, going up and down. Some people sign in, sign off, that kind of stuff. But even at 50 fans, we couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk about everybody's comments and stuff like that. So I guess I can see that side of it. And talking about people collecting money, you know, like I say, I joke about the Amazon and the eBay stuff. It helps. You know, the very most this show costs us is $60. It's like $10 for the domain and $50 to host the website. But there is a shit ton of time that goes into this show. I mean, my show notes take me 2 hours to put together. The news articles, I check my news feeds like every other day, 1 to 2 days, and I always forward those to an email folder where then I go and do my show notes from. Then it takes me 4 to 5 hours to post the show, like download it, edit it, upload it, write the shit and all this kind of stuff. And I can narrow that down considerably. To where maybe it took me 10 hours every 2 weeks, but depending on what you're doing, maybe your time's worth a lot of money. Maybe you have a lot of stuff going on. I truly do, even though I'm unemployed, I am literally not working. I keep myself busy 40 hours a week with other shit, with the app I'm working on. I coach Special Olympics. Bowling right now is the season. I'm a assistant instructor for special needs taekwondo. I'm the president of my PTSA. You know, like there is tons of shit I do. So if people were like that and getting paid for their time, they might be like, I'm not putting 10 to 20 hours in without getting paid. And then especially when you have a huge fan base, like to me, we're small peanuts here. We were much bigger back when Mrs. McFavorite was on, and this was before there were millions of podcasts to listen to. You know, we were back on Apple Podcasts when there were 10,000 podcasts on there. We were on there. Now there's 2 million on there, you know, so everybody has lots of options. But I don't blame anybody for trying to make money off of creating content, whether it's just talking toys like this or making something that's seriously entertaining, you know. Cliff, what do you think about people charging for what seems to be fan-made stuff, but I'm sure for a lot of people this might be their living, you know?
It doesn't bother me at all. Like there is a YouTube show I watch called The Thing with Two Heads. It's two horror community guys, and every once in a while they do live shows, and I'll send in super chats to ask them questions. Like it doesn't bother me. I'm not above it, and I don't think anyone, whatever it is. Like if I want them to answer my question, I have to give them money so that they see my question. Like otherwise, there's like fucking a couple thousand people in there at any given time watching it, because it's one of the guys is the guy who hosts a show called Horror's Hallowed Grounds. It's on like any special feature horror movie you get. Sean Clark, and then the other guy is Chris Nelson, who designed the Michael Myers mask for Halloween 2018, and the new mask for the new one. And he won an Oscar for Suicide Squad. So they got a lot of fucking fans. So if I want them to answer my question, I'll send in a super chat. Doesn't bother me.
And I have never paid for fan-produced content. But there are some things that I've considered it. There is Now Playing Podcasts, which is Arnie from Star Wars Action News. Like, their movie podcasts are amazing, and they have chosen to make some of my favorite series pay-only ones. And it's not a lot. It's like pay $10 and get all 4 Jaws podcasts. So literally you're talking about $2.50 a podcast. But I still won't pay that just because I have enough media to consume without paying that extra. Retroist, if you're not familiar with the Retroist podcast, amazing. He does absolutely amazing work, and you can tell the time that he puts into his podcasts and the research. And he even talks about, he's like, I've recorded hundreds of podcasts I've never released because they're not up to my standard, and I'm going to re-record them or re-research them and re-record it. He has a Patreon. I still don't pay for that. So I think it's one of those things. There's definitely people out there that are willing to support the things they love and willing to pay $1 to $20 maybe to support them. I'm just not one of those guys, so I of course would never ask any of you guys to pay for this, besides maybe buying something on Amazon or using our link for eBay or something. But I'll never ask for money for this. But people that do, it's fine in my opinion. So next one, AAA. Oh, it's in addition to this. Why do people pay? I
just told you. I want to engage. I want to engage when I'm watching that show. Like, it's not. No one's forcing me to pay, but
well, let's not even talk about paying. Like, you're talking about paying $1 or $2 for somebody to see your comment and interact with you. Cliff wrote a 3,000-word essay just to participate, and would you say your favorite show? Is that probably your favorite thing you watch? Or
I don't know if it's my favorite show. It's just I just like it's the community. It's like, when those movies are on, you can interact with Twitter on. Like, as much as negative as the toy community is, man, the horror community is just a fucking fun group of people to hang around with. We like everything. Like,
I think once you've accepted that level of schlock into your life, like you say, like, things don't need to be fucking Coppola or
Coppola.
Scorsese, Coppola or Scorsese level quality all the time,
And those are great. Like, I'll sit there and I'll watch like a really great, like, John Carpenter's Halloween. I think it's one of the greatest movies ever made. But I'll also watch Sleepaway Camp 3. I'm not discriminating.
Have you seen animated Night of the Living Dead yet?
No.
Very interesting. It just hit VOD this weekend. Very interesting. It is a poorly animated, and again, it's an animation style, so not necessarily my style, but an animated movie of the original Night of the Living Dead. So
Night of the Animated Dead. Okay.
yeah, a little bit of extra thrown in there. And I've only made 20 minutes into it and I fell asleep. So that kind of speaks to speaks to its attention grabbiness, but it was interesting, to say the least. So all right, AAA, thank you, AAA. Hey, thank you for the questions, man. These discussion things are things that I think most people would rather hear about. Everybody saw where Victory Saber is and all that kind of stuff, so I think it's these discussions that people really tune into.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like I say, it is lower quality. It's a style, is what I like to say. So, KJ Smith, big fan of watching shitty horror movies religiously. I'm the same way. Yeah.
Criterion Collection, baby.
Ooh, nice. Now that wasn't a steel book, right?
No, I don't get steelbooks.
Okay. The only steel book I have is of the Transformers movie. So, all right, let's get into and this is just a discussion too, so we'll just fucking turn this back off. Did you watch Star Wars Visions?
Not yet, no.
Oh,
I'll probably watch that once 61 Days of Horror ends.
Oh, that's right. You've got a pretty big library to get through. I'm pretty sure Rock had watched it, so I put that on here. So we'll just wait on that. No big deal.
I'll tell you what. By the next show, I'll have watched it. That way, I'll find, because I found time to watch the Kitty He-Man show. I can find time to watch Star Wars.
I was gonna say you should have watched Visions before the Kitty He-Man show.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying the Kitty He-Man show.
I like it too, but Visions is amazing. Visions
cool.
is exactly what you would expect it to be when we talked about it. Anthology of the top Japanese animation directors and what they would do if they had the Star Wars license. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, cool. So that is on now. Is it one like movie like the Animatrix, or is it just a bunch of like episodes?
It's 9 episodes and they range anywhere from 12 minutes to like 20 minutes.
And are they all on there, or are they weekly?
No, they released them all at once, which I was really surprised at. I thought they were going to do episodes. So you can literally sit down for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and get through all of them. And they were, I mean, again, it's lots of stuff I like. Shoguns and samurais and, that kind of mentality. But
cool. Yeah, no, I'll have it done by next episode.
And let's see, retroblasting and Spectre debate isn't going well. Poor Scott has internet issues. See, maybe he lives where Rock lives.
Oh, that's a bummer.
They haven't been able to get any combo going. So I did notice we did lose a lot of watchers. So maybe people went over to the...
I shouldn't have mentioned any. I shouldn't have said anything. God damn it.
No worries. So I thought this was interesting. The Magic Squad, an official Magic show featuring Hasbro properties, including Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony, and Monopoly. Unique combination of cutting-edge magic, kid-friendly humor, audience interactivity, and the most iconic Hasbro toys and games. Playtime takes on a whole new meaning when you dare to join the Magic Squad. I would go see that. Okay, let's click into there. Let's see if they have a Denver show to buy tickets for, because I am all about this.
So it's like it's illusions. It's like magic.
That's what I assume. Oh,
okay.
Coming soon to a city near you. Okay. So let me sign up to be notified. We'll use my the Target Lab. This is where all my spam goes to.
Nice.
All right. Subscribing. Which I need to get with the Times because they're... Oh, I guess I signed up. Okay. People are saying that their email service... Sorry, my shit is in my way here. Their email service allows them to create fake emails. And then whenever they want, they can delete those emails and just stop receiving any email that they signed up with that at.
Oh, wow.
Is this not letting me go back? Or did I... Oh, I just went too deep. Okay. Okay, so now, teased at the beginning of the show when we laughed at the Transformers chess game, this is a whole fucking different story. Masters of the Universe board game, Clash for Eternia, 200,000 as a goal. It has raised $1,300,000 for a fucking Masters board game.
That's $120. Like, it's $120.
Yeah, it's I think 110 for the base game.
Okay.
And I think that's what I haven't supported it yet, but I think that's what I'll do. Then you also have 220 for the Defender of Grayskull. Let's see. What's crazy is this isn't available in Europe because probably some other company has board game licenses for Masters out there. So this excludes all of Europe that it's made this much money. So let's take a look at this here. So here's the 110 version. You get all this shit. Stretch Goals starts releasing all kinds of obscure ass characters.
Extendar, holy shit.
Fucking my Rock-On and Stondar brothers. Roboto, my favorite. Snout Spout, I love. I don't know how Mossman became a secondary character, but Fisto and Stridor. I mean, these... And the sculpts look amazing, too. Lady Slither. I don't think I've ever heard of her.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Maybe she's
Blast
DC
Attack.
Comics.
Battlecat, Panther.
Swift.
Oh, by the way, I loved how they worked Panther, or what seemed like was Panther. Maybe it's not going to be, into the Motu Kitty show. Do you remember that?
No.
How they made like the Nemesis version of Battlecat.
Oh, yeah, okay. The Cringer, like the
Yeah.
the the clawless cat.
So 3D boulders and stuff like that. King Randor. Oh, there's Terraclaw, Skeletor, Prince Adam. I mean, it is just fucking amazing. This I really love. This is one of the things that makes me want to do the 221. This is a dice roller. So you drop your dice in the top of it and they come out the bottom.
Oh, nice.
At least I think that's what that was. Maybe that's just a... Maybe I'm thinking of something else. You get Tyrannosaur. So these look like upgrade kits that you have to buy. So maybe this is how they've raised so much money, is you have to buy the plastic Grayskull pack for $75, because the 220 comes with that. I think. Yeah, plastic Grayskull pack. It comes with the Faker exclusive villain. Oh, the 110 comes with that too, Cliff. So you could get your Faker.
I'm not spending
for $110.
$110 on a board game. Can't
Really?
do it. I can't do it.
Do you not?
I don't play board games.
Oh, interesting. I thought with your group of friends, you guys might be board game people.
They are. They play a lot of Risk. I don't.
Oh. Really? Risk as adults, huh? That's kind of an
dude.
interesting one.
And it gets heated.
Nature set, rock set, marble dice set. Yeah, I'm gonna need to look into this very carefully. I think I'll be at least in for the 110, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. But just to show you the difference. But again, also the difference here is Kickstarter really its bread and butter is board games. Like when Marauders first launched their action figure, their very first action figure Kickstarter,
You mean the
they called
tabletop figures?
yeah, exactly. They called them tabletop figures.
I heard they had to do that to avoid Hasbro's litigious. They couldn't call them action figures because they were essentially GI Joes, so they called
very
them tabletop
close to
figures.
GI Joes.
They call them tabletop
interesting.
figures. No, those aren't action figures. Those are for tabletop gaming. It's like it was a way for them to avoid getting sued.
So that's interesting. I thought they were just trying to like fucking, keyword bomb Kickstarter by putting that shit in. Let's see. Oh shit! I totally forgot. Brinkalizer saying anyone see the '86 movie? It's here in Denver on Tuesday, and even though I saw it during the pandemic when there was only 4 people in theater, I'm gonna go see it again. My
It's
best
still the
friend's,
pandemic slick.
I know. the what seems like the pandemic that more people cared about previously. My best friend's son wanted to go see it, so, and again, son, he's 22 years old, but I'm gonna go see it with him on Tuesday. I was gonna go see it, got to see. Oh shit, really? Cybertronic Spree? That's awesome. Hell yeah. I didn't realize, I think they're Canadian, so I don't think I've ever seen them be in the US. Granted, Brinkalizer is Northeast, so if they're going to dip their toes in America land, but that's awesome. Don't start till 9. Oh, which we're almost 9 East Coast time, so.
Yeah, but I
Alright.
saw Retro Blasting post a thing that was going to be 7 p.m. Central Time.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Getting an hour start and then they get all kinds of fucking issues.
I have it up and I've paused it just in case they take it down. I could still watch the live stream.
G.I. Joe getting a AAA console game. So if you're not a big gamer, AAA basically means like on the Madden, on the level of Madden and Halo and in any of those elite titles. G.I. Joe Blackout wouldn't be considered a AAA game. It was kind of a lower rung game. Premiered at $40 a copy, whereas a AAA game will always be $60 a copy. Again, not that I'm a big gamer, but that's kind of the basic terms I put it in. Looks like it'll utilize the Unreal Engine, and it'll be a third-person shooter, which personally, that's what I prefer. I kind of feel it kind of sounds like this might be a like God of War style game where you're seeing yourself walk around. First person is usually
Just the gun.
Yeah, you just see whatever's in front of you, which is usually just whatever weapon you're holding. But so I'm all about third party shooters or third party aspects in games, so I'm kind of excited for this. Arkham series is a very popular version that's in third party.
Well, Fortnite's
view.
third party, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I never played.
I've seen my nephew play it. It looks like the same thing. It's like third party, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? This is why I love doing live shows. Looks like I'm going to go see Cybertronic Spree this weekend. Okay. Oh, I literally brought up a browser window to start looking at it. I will look at that. Thank you, Brinkalizer. I appreciate that. I would love to go see them. And I'd love it. Fingers crossed it might be an all ages show. I'd love to take my daughter to that just to see the goofiness. But All right. Well, we did pretty good, even with only two of us. Still talked 2.5 hours. We had a lot of help from the chat, so thank you guys. Thank you, AAA, Brinkalizer, KJ Smith, Paul Schreiber in the house. Who else we had? Peachy Keen. Thank you, Philippe. We appreciate you being with us, brother. Rock hung in there as long as he could. Let's see, Cass. Thank you, Cass, for being here. Lots of our regulars. We really appreciate you guys being on here. It makes it so much fun to have you guys in here and getting to hear everybody's opinions. My chat's telling me About Figs is up in here too. About Figs 155. He's been missing these due to work. On my lunch now for a bit. You joined just in time, About Figs.
Hey, take it easy.
All right, guys. We'll see you sooner rather than later.
Or later rather than sooner.
Peace. And I don't have the branding up, so now peace. Here we go.
Secret powers were revealed to me. Secret